So in this video, we will learn how to automatically create bulk PDF from the data present in Google Sheets and email them. Let us start with a small example. So this is my Google Sheet and these are the details of the students who have donated their blood. And using the details of these students, I have constructed certificates from Google Docs and mailed the certificates as PDF to their respective email addresses. Now, let me just show you, let me just take you to individual email addresses. So as you can see, this is a person called as Amy Malcolm, and this is her associated blood type, and this is her email. So I'm just taking you to this email address, that is amy26064@gmail.com. And this is the email, and this is the basically the certificate, the PDF of the certificate that I have sent. So let's explore. Okay, so this is the certificate that I have sent to Annie Malcolm. Blood Bank Society, New York. Hello, Annie Malcolm. First, a big thank you. This is to certify that Annie Malcolm has donated her AB positive blood and so things. So basically, we have the data that is Annie Malcolm. Okay, so this is something from here. Then we have the blood type. Okay, so let's explore the blood type. So this is the blood type. And then we have one more thing, that is her email address. So this is the email address. So basically on this email address, I have sent this email. So now let's explore the second person, that is Barney Stinson. So we have his blood group as B positive. So let me just take you to the email of Barney Stinson. Okay. So this is basically the PDF that Barney Stinson has got. Okay, so let's explore. Hello, Barney Stinson. And Barney Stinson has donated her B positive blood. So in the blood type, it was B positive, and this is the email of Barney Stinson. Now there is one more person I can show you, that is Carrie Musk, and this is the email of Carrie Musk. So let me just take you to Carrie Musk. Okay, so this is the email that Carrie Musk has received, and this is the certificate. Let me just open the PDF. Okay, so this is the certificate that I have sent to Carrie Musk. And hello, Carrie Musk. And Carrie Musk has donated her O positive blood. Yes, and this is the blood group that is O positive. Now let's explore the last person, that is Whitney Barrack. Her blood group is O minus, and this is her email address. So let me just take you to Whitney Barrack email address, and this is the email that I have sent, and this is the PDF Whitney Barrack has received. Okay, hello Whitney Barrack. Whitney Barrack has donated her O minus blood. So basically this is the gist. You have some data in Google Sheet. You have sent, and first of all, you have created a PDF from Google Docs and send it as an email. Now your obvious question is, how did I do it? Now I'm going to use an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Google Drive. Now the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. Let me show you the process. So let me just cancel all of these, okay, because it's actually creating a headache. So let me just cancel all of them. Okay. So in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. So your obvious question is, why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app called as Pabbly Connect that will integrate Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Gmail. So let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down, and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so basically we are going to create a new workflow to integrate Google Sheets, Google Doc, and Gmail. Now, before we create a new workflow, there is something I have to do. So as you can see, I have already integrated these things, that is Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Google Drive. So that is why I have actually switched off this workflow. Okay. Now, the reason I have switched off this workflow is because if I don't switch off this workflow, there will be the problem of duplication of result. Basically, the same PDF will be sent twice if we create an old workflow, if we are using the old workflow as well as the new workflow. So that is why I have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern because we are going to start from scratch by clicking on Create Workflow. Okay, so we have to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Sheets data as PDF on InMail. Okay, in mail. That would be good. And let me just click on Create. Okay, so when you click on Create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as a trigger window. Now basically I have sent these emails containing the PDF at a particular time. Now basically I have scheduled the time to rig at this time. Basically I have made this something like this. These PDFs should be sent at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. So to do that, first of all, we have to introduce an app called as Schedule by Pabbly. Schedule by Pabbly, this one. So basically the gist is very clear. We are going to run this whole workflow at a particular time. Now it is asking me run scenario. Here we have three choices: at regular intervals, once, and every day. We are going with once. Basically, if we choose every day, basically the same person will be getting the same emails on every day. That would be wrong. Now coming to the regular intervals, that is again wrong, because at regular intervals, let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the same person will be getting the same emails. So that is also wrong. We only want to send the email once. So we have select the run scenario once. Now coming to the date, we do have the date, that is 13th. So today is 13th. Now coming to the time, so as you can see, it is mentioning the time in UTC format. Now imagine this. I want to send the PDF at 4 a.m. I'm sorry, 4 p.m. Okay, so at present it's around 5. At present it is around 3:20 p.m. I want to send these emails at 4 p.m. So here we have to mention it as 4 p.m. But wait a minute, there is something you should know. This format is in UTC format. UTC basically means Universal Coordinated Time. So your obvious question is, what is UTC and what is different from your country's standard time? Okay, so let me explain you this. So I'm working from India, and the time here is, as you can see, 3:20 p.m. Now, if you are working in London, the time will be something else. So to avoid this difference in time, the international community has fixed a particular time format, that is UTC time format, Universal Coordinated Time format. So what I'm going to do here is, imagine I want to send the data at a particular time, let's say 4 p.m. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to type UTC to IST. Okay, so what is IST? IST basically means Indian Standard Time. I'm working from India, so that is why Indian Standard Time it is. Okay, so as you can see, we have a time. Okay, so basically this is an app that will show you the time difference between UTC and IST. So I'm working from India, so I will be using the Indian Standard Time. And since I want to send the messages, the emails at 4:30, let's say I'm going to send it at 4:30. Okay, 4:30 p.m. So as you can see, the associated UTC is 11 a.m. So what if I want to send it at 5:30 p.m.? The associated UTC is 12 p.m. What if I want to send it at 3:30? The associated UTC is 10 a.m. Okay, so let's fix it. I want to send it at 4:30 p.m. So as you can see, the associated UTC is 11 a.m. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just taking it to Pabbly Connect, and let me just change it as 11 a.m. So basically in the Indian Standard Time, it basically means 4:30 p.m. Okay, so all we have to do is just click on save. So we have set the time. Okay, so we have worked with time, now we have to work with data. So basically we want to insert all this data into Pabbly Connect. So to do that, let me introduce one window. So this window is called as the action window. Now in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Sheets? Google Sheets it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as get row? Okay, so get row is an action event. We do have a ton of action events like add new row, update row, but to get all this data into Google Sheet, we have to select get row. So let me just click on connect. In the new connection name, let me just click on connect with Google Sheets. Now we have to select an account. Now as you can see, I have a ton of accounts, and this particular Google Sheet, that is blood donation drive, is present in this account. So I'm selecting this Gmail account. Okay, so now it is asking me to confirm my choice. So before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, excellent. The authorization is successful. Just press OK. Now we have a set of blanks in front of you, one for the spreadsheet, another for the range. So what is the spreadsheet? So let me just click here. Okay, and let me show you all the spreadsheet that is present in my Google Sheet, that is present in my Gmail account. So these are all the Google Sheets that is present in my Gmail account. Now, out of all this spreadsheet, I want one particular spreadsheet, that is blood donation drive. So this is the name of the spreadsheet, blood donation drive, and we have selected it. Now coming to the range, so basically we want to select a cell from which we want to send the data. So as you can see, this is our range. We want to send the data from this cell to this cell. So basically this is our range. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy or select all of this. Okay, so this is our range. Okay, so it is showing the range, that is A2 to D20. This is the last cell, okay, D20, and this is the first cell, that is A2. So basically we are going to mention it as A2 to D20, or I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't copy it. I'm just going to copy this first, A2 to D20, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we are ready. So when I click on save and send test request, all the details of these students will arrive in Pabbly Connect. Let me do that. Okay, so as you can see, we have the person, that is Annie Malcolm, that is basically rule number 1, and then we have the values, that is AB positive, and this is the email. Then we have the second roll number, Barney Stinson. So basically all the students who have been arranged alphabetically, their data has arrived in Pabbly Connect. We have Annie Malcolm, Barney, Carrie. So Annie, Barney, Carrie. Okay, and then let's have a look at the last person, that is Whitney Barak. So let's have a look. Do we have a Whitney Barak? Let me just scroll down. Okay, so Whitney Barak, yes, we do have a Whitney Barak. So basically we have got all the data. Now the idea is that we want to work with one single person. So basically this one single person will be acting like a prototype. We will be applying conditions on this person. So I'm going to apply conditions on this person, that is Annie Malcolm. Okay, and the same conditions will be repeated on the rest of them. You will understand in a minute, don't worry. So basically we have to sort out the data of Annie Malcolm from this bunch. So first of all, I'm going to do is I'm just going to condense all this data in form of an array. So I'm just going to toggle this to the left, and let me just click on save and send test request once again. So these are the details. So we have Annie Malcolm, okay, then we have Barney Stinson, but as you can see, all of this data is in a very clumsy format. This is basically an array. Now we just want the data of Annie Malcolm. So that is why we are going to run the iterator. So your obvious question is, what is an iterator? So basically in the first iteration, that is Annie Malcolm, the first data will come. Okay, the whole data of the first row will come. And in the second iteration, we will have the data of Barney Stinson. The third iteration will be about Carrie Musk. So basically this will continue till the loop ends till Whitney Barak. So let me just take you to Pabbly Connect, and let me just click on this plus button. And in the choose app, let me make it as iterator. Iterator by Pabbly. Okay, so now in the choose array, we have, it is already showing the array, that is values. So basically this is the value. Okay, we don't have to do anything about it. All we have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so we have got the first iteration. So let me just scroll down. So this is the first iteration. Okay, so we have Annie Malcolm. So basically we have the details of the first row only. Okay, so your obvious question is, what about the rest of them? Well, the rest of the data will come in the second, third, fourth and fifth iteration. We don't have to worry about that. So at present we have the data of Annie Malcolm. So we are going to work her as a prototype, so to apply the conditions. So the next question is, we do have a problem here. Okay, so as you can see, we have the data as a whole row. But what if I want to work with the roll number? What if I want to work with the blood group? So basically we want to sort out each data individually. So to do that, let me just click on this plus button once again, and I'm going to use JSON extractor. JSON extractor it is. Now in the action event, let me just click on extract JSON data, and let me just click on connect. Now in the data, we are just going to map the data from the iterator. We have mapped it, and let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we have the data which has been sorted out. We have the individual roll number, we have the individual name, we have the individual blood group, and we have the individual data, that is the email. So basically using all these details, we are going to create a certificate from Google Docs. So let's deal with Google Docs. So this is a template of the certificate that I have made. Okay, so basically this is the template. So using this template, we are going to create a certificate for my students. Now, there is something you should know, that this is a random template. You can work with any kind of template. It's totally up to you. So in the new action window, I'm going to introduce Google Docs. Google Docs it is. Okay, let me just add, I'm sorry, Google Docs. Yeah, this one. Now in the action event, how about we make it as create a document from template. Okay, this one, create document from template. Okay, so it is trying to load. Okay, so let me just click on connect. And there is something else I should tell you, that this particular Google Docs is again situated in this account, in this Gmail account. Okay, so I'm selecting this one. Okay, as usual, confirm my choice. You know the drill. Okay, authorization is successful. Press OK. So as you can see, we have three fields now: the template document, the new document's name, and the new document's location. So basically, what are these? So first of all, you obviously get the idea that this is the template document. So basically, we have a ton of templates in my Google Drive. Okay, so these are all the documents present in my Google Drive. Now, out of all of these, I am interested in this particular template, that is template for blood bank certificate. So I have selected this one. Now we are going to deal with the new document's name and new document's location later. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make some changes. So let me just take you to the template. Okay, and this template is not perfect because we have to input the name, the roll number, the blood group, and all those details. Without those details, the certificates are useless. So first of all, let me start with the date. So let me just introduce a pair of double quotes. Okay, and inside the pair of double quotes, let me just type date. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is, let me just take you to Pabbly Connect and let me just refresh this. Okay, so this is the beauty of dynamic tags. So as you can see, we have the date field here. Okay, I hope you're getting it. So now we are going to enter the field for the name. So this is the name. Okay. Okay, so let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me again refresh this. Okay, so we have the name field. Okay, then we can actually add one more thing, that is, this is to certify that. And here also I'm just going to add a new field for the name. So this time we are going to add a different address, again name. Okay, again name. That is why I'm just going to add a name. Okay, basically means again name. Okay, again name. Okay, that is why, because we can't have the same field here also. So that is why a name. But again, so here the same name will come, but we have to enter the different dynamic tag. Okay, I hope you get it. And has donated his or her, and I'm just going to type double quotes again, and inside group. So basically here her blood group will come. Okay, so let me just enter a space. Okay, I think we are ready. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on refresh. So we will find two more fields. Okay, so we have the date, name, and this newly created fields, a name and group. Excellent. So let's start mapping. Now before we start mapping, there is something else you have to do. So as you can see, we don't have the data of the date. Okay, so for any certificate, date is very important. So we are going to establish the current date. So to establish the current date, I'm going to introduce one more window. So this window will involve date time formatter because we want to establish the current date, today's date. So in the action event, how about we make it as current date? And let me just click on connect. Okay, so basically we have to select a format. So the format I'm interested is day, month, and year. So where is the format? Day, month, and year. This one. And do we want to include time in the responses? The problem with including time in the responses, it will look really very technical. For certificates, it should not be that technical. So I'm just keeping it as false. But it's totally up to you. If you want to add time in the response, you can just toggle this to true. But I have no interest in adding time. So I'm just keeping it as false. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the date has been established. Today is 13th of May 2021. Okay, so once again, let me just click on connect. Okay, and let me just click on save. The reason I'm doing this is because we have established one window here and the data of this window should come here also. That is why I've basically refreshed it. Okay, so let's actually start mapping. Now, basically, the idea is that we are going to create a document from the template, from this template. Okay, so basically, we are going to create a certificate for Amy from this particular template. So, we should also give a name to the template. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click here. Okay, and I'm just going to click on JSON extractor and just type the name Amy Malcolm. And after that, I'm just going to enter the roll number. Okay, and let me just add two more fields so it may look unique. Blood donation, so I can recognize this easily. Okay, so basically this will be our document name. Now coming to the date, we are going to start mapping. Oh yes, I forgot one thing. Now we have to mention the document's location, because when this document will be created, it should be present in some kind of folder. So to mention a folder, what I'm going to do here is I'm just taking you to Drive and I'm going to establish a new folder, and this folder will be for students who donated blood. Okay, so basically here the template will come. Basically here the certificate of the students will come. Excellent. So what I'm going to do here is, once again, I'm just going to click on refresh here, and we can expect to find this newly created folder. Okay, so this is the folder student who donated blood in the drop down. So basically the document will be stored in this particular folder. Excellent. Now let's start mapping. We have the date. Okay, so this is the date. Okay, we are going to the fifth accordion and we have mapped the date. So easy. Now coming to the name. So this is the name Amy Malcolm. Similarly, we have the A name, that is again name, that is Amy Malcolm. Okay, then we have the group. So the blood group of Amy is AB positive. We have mapped it. So all we have to do is at this point just click on save and send test request to create a certificate for Amy Malcolm. So let me do that. Okay, so the certificate has been created and this is the associated document ID. Okay, I repeat again, this is the associated document ID. Now let me just straight away show you the certificate. So this is the folder in which we have made the certificate. So I'm just going to click this, and as you can see, we have the certificate. So let's explore that. So this is the certificate. Hello, Amy Malcolm. First, a big thank you. This is to certify that Amy Malcolm has donated her AB positive blood. Excellent. This is something that we want. And of course, we have the date field. Okay, so basically we are running with the first iteration. Okay, so the first iteration is Amy Malcolm. She is basically our first prototype. Now, what your obvious question is, what about the rest? Wait a minute, all of them will be added as iteration. Second, third, fourth, it will continue up the last. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is next, I'm straight away taking back to Pabbly Connect. Now, as you can see, now this particular document is non-shareable. Okay, so it is showing private to only me. We have to make it as shareable one. So first of all, let me introduce one more window, and here I'm just going to type Google Drive. The reason I'm going to type Google Drive is because this particular document is present in my Google Drive, and I want to make sure that I can share it with anyone. So let me just scroll this and share a file with anyone. Okay, let me just click on connect once again, click on connect with Google Drive, and the Google Drive that is present is again located in this Gmail account, so I'm selecting this one. It is asking me to confirm my choice. Click on allow. Okay, the authorization is successful. Just press OK. So by default, it is showing the file ID. Okay, so this is kind of wrong because this is our file ID. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to toggle this to the left and I'm going to remove this. Okay, and I'm going to map the original ID. So this is the ID. Yeah, this is the ID we want. Okay, so let's make that. Let us make this particular document a shareable one. Okay, at present it is private only to me. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so basically it is showing that this file will be shared with anyone with a link. So let me just scroll down. Okay, and it is showing me many different options. We can work with HTML, which we can work with PDF. I'm actually interested in this one, the PDF one. Okay, so let me just straight away take you to this document, and as you can see, the icon has changed. Now it is showing anyone with the link. Excellent. So basically, just like magic, we have made this file into a shareable one. So now what we have to do here is this file is actually a document. Now we basically want a PDF. So first of all, let me introduce one more window involving Google Drive, and here we will upload it as a PDF. Google Drive it is. And in the action event, how about we just scroll down, okay, and let me just click on upload a file, then click on connect. Okay, so basically we are going to work with the existing connection. Okay, so the existing connection is hashtag 79. Let me just click on save. Okay, so now we have three fields: the URL, the folder ID, and the file name. Now basically the URL is this. Okay, let me just show you. The URL is something that you want to save. So this is the one. So you want to add this, you basically want to map this particular detail here. So I'm just clicking here, okay, and I'm going with the 7th accordion, and I'm just going to map this. Okay, so this is the, where is the one? Okay, yeah. Okay, res2 export link application PDF. We have selected it. Now we have to mention a folder ID. So as you may remember, we have created a folder for the document. Now we are going to create a new folder for the PDF. Okay, so I hope it is not confusing, because we are going to create a PDF folder. Okay, so let me just click on new, and we are going to create a new folder for PDF. Blood donated students certificate PDF, and let me just click on create. Okay, so the PDF, the folder has been created. Okay, I'm just going to click here. So basically this is the folder, and this is your folder ID. I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so your obvious question is why I'm copying this. Let me show you. So basically you just copy this and paste it here. This is your folder ID. Now this is a static ID. This won't really change, okay, because we are not going to create more folders for one or more documents. There will be one folder for PDFs. That is why the ID is static. Now coming to the file name, we are just going to assign a random name to the newly created not random name, a unique name for the newly created PDF in this particular folder. So let me just go to JSON, Annie Malcolm certificate blood. And since this is going to be a PDF, I'm just going to add .pdf as extension. Okay, I hope this is clear. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, excellent. So we have successfully created a PDF. So let's have a look. So I'm just taking you to the PDF. Yes, this is the PDF. So let's explore the PDF. Yes, we do have the PDF. Now we want to share this to Annie Malcolm. So let me just go back to Pabbly Connect and just click on this plus button. And in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Drive once again? I promise you this is the last one. Okay, so this is the last one. And in the action event, let me just scroll down. Okay, and click on share a file, then click on connect. Okay, so we are going with the existing connection, and this is the existing connection. Click here, just click on save. Okay, so now we have to enter the file ID. So basically this is your file ID. Let me just show you the file ID. Okay, this is your file ID. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle this to the right, remove this, and I'm going to map the file ID. So this is my file ID, and we have mapped it. Excellent. Now coming to the email, we have to map the email to which we want to send this PDF. So let me just click on the JSON extractor, and let me just add Amy's email. Okay, now we have to assign a role to Amy, but since it is a PDF, it doesn't matter if it can view, edit, or comment. So let's just keep it as view. All we have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response has been given. So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just straight away taking to Amy's account. Okay, so this is the Amy's account. So let's explore. Did she get any PDF? Yes. So let's explore. So let's click on this. Yes, this is the PDF that I have sent her. Oh yes, we have got the PDF. Basically, not we, Annie has got the PDF. Excellent. So your obvious question is, what about the rest of them? Well, the rest of them will be getting the PDFs or the certificates at 11 a.m. That is the UTC time. The associated Indian time here is 4:30 p.m. So basically right now it is 3:44. In 45 minutes, they will be getting the PDF. but we are not really going to wait for that. So before we leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So I'm basically going to minimize all my action windows as well as the trigger window. Okay, so I'm just minimizing all of them. It's actually a big workflow, but very easy one. Okay, but totally worth it. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you made sure that this whole process get triggered at a particular time. In my case, it is 4:30 p.m. And we have made sure that 4:30 p.m. is in UTC format. So the associated time in UTC format is 11 a.m. Then we have extracted all the data from Google Sheets. Then we have run the iterator. Okay, then the reason for running the iterator is we want the individual data of a person. Now, after we have run the iterator, we have used the JSON extractor to sort out the roll number, the name, the email, and of course the blood group. Then we have used this action window to establish the current date. Then you have created a document from the template. You have shared this document with anyone. After that, you have uploaded a PDF into Google Drive, and then you have shared the PDF from Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Sheets and Google Drive. Excellent.